Hi everyone, and welcome to my Chapter 4 presentation on social welfare policy in the 19th century. My name is Isabella Rogers. Let's get started. We'll be talking about social realities in the new nation. This is dealing with the frontier. We had rapid settlement and immigration, social issues dealing with economy, discrimination, immorality, and youth. Also a moral crusade during this time dealing with rapid settlement and immigration during this time. The rapid settlement and rampant increase of immigration across the country during the 19th century led to many hardships for those of Native American and Latino descent. This also dealt with Irish immigrants coming in. Some social issues that we saw during this time period was a chaotic economy leading to economic difficulties, scarce public resources, no housing codes, public health hazards, prostitution, gambling, street begging, drinking, awful work conditions, limited mobility between social classes, youth crisis with adolescents without work after their apprenticeships, leaving home before the age of 16, and even just being put out on the street by their families because they couldn't care for them anymore. The moral crusade that took place during this time dealt with temperance and other issues dealing with morality that were happening at this period. Social reform policies dealt with moral treatment, so again with temperance for Americans living sinful lifestyles. Social policies such as political, economic, and social that were giving people opportunities like voting, public education, land distribution, and the abolishment of imprisonment for debt. We also saw Dred Scott during this time and policies to control, regulate, and oppress people of color. Dred Scott was the determination that slaves and free descendants of slaves were not persons and not entitled to constitutional protection or citizenship even if they lived in free territories. Oppression of the era. So these were some of the vulnerable people during this time: African Americans, Native Americans, Spanish-speaking people, Asians, Irish immigrants, white ethnic minorities, and women. And the Civil War industrialization was kind of a turn of the century type of thing, but it still came with a lot of social problems. The ramifications of war and growth. We had a lot of lives lost. Almost 2% of the population, 620,000 people died in the Civil War. This led to women and children working in the factories, being taken advantage of with awful work conditions, long work hours, dangerous machinery. We still see some lasting social issues that have continued into today's society, and we'll talk about those. Some of the issues that we still see in today's society, such as mental health. Today we have a lack of accessible mental health treatment. Ultimately, this leads to the imprisonment of those who are mentally ill or them just not getting treatment. A lot of times they don't know that they're doing something wrong and can be put into the prison systems today. The use of morality and religion as a social reform still continues in today's society, but a lot of disorders such as sexual disorders or mental disorders need evidence-based practices to help to overcome these issues. And that pretty much means that we can't use religion to solve everybody's problems. We also have issues with the use of non-public charities, such as those connected with churches, leading to controversy in today's society with the necessary separation of church and state. Thank you all for watching my presentation. I hope you learned something.